you constantly losing money in the markets? Have you tried strategy over strategy and nothing seems to work? Well, I don't know if I can help you with that, but in this video, we're gonna talk about a trade that I did on Monday. It was a 4-figure swing trade overnight. So maybe by watching this video, you will glean some new information that'll fix those bad trading habits. For those of you that are new here, my name is Forrest. I invest in stuff, I day trade, and it is my goal to help people and entertain to the best of my ability. I have a Discord, the link is below, it is paid. Guys, my titles are clickbait, but the content is not. Trading is really hard. I'm not gonna BS you. It takes a lot of work. It takes most people years to be profitable. So the stuff that you see here, there's no silver bullet, there's no magic strategy, right? It just takes comprehensive learning, knowledge, and practice. If you want to do that for real, definitely join the Discord, guys. But you know, I got to do the clickbait titles because it's YouTube, and unfortunately, being an idiot and being loud and being crazy is what gets you clicks. So let's go ahead and jump in. Look at how crazy I look insane. All right, guys, give me one secaroni, one holding on. Tradezilla is having a struggle of a time today. So we are in Tradezilla, which is an app that I've been using for a while. You don't know what it is, that's fine. Check it out. Go to tradezilla.com. I do pay for it. It's great journaling software. I've actually been using this for months. I used to show some of my videos on this. It's a great way to just import your trades. I trade on NinjaTrader and it imports them. So something I did notice is that it has the correct prices, but the times and the entries on the chart are wrong. But basically, here's the short that I took. So I'll show it here and I'll show it on NinjaTrader as well. But let's just actually review the trade. So I took one contract. I netted $1,500 on this short, right? You can see the adjusted cost, right? I'm trading a leverage product, which is NQ. So it's worth $309,000, even though I'm only trading, one contract is worth $20 a point. I got 75 points, which netted me $1,000, right under $1,500, right? So a really great overnight short. My entry price here was $15,495.25, and my exit price was $15,420.25. So let's actually go to this trade. This was on Tuesday night, and let's actually see what happened. So we got that alert there. So you want to go to NQ, and let's look at we'll actually switch over to my other chart. I know it's called August 9th, but it's actually just my shorter time frame charts. So we'll expand this and let's go back to Tuesday. So here's the short that I took, guys. So right around this time, you see that we got in. So here's this breakdown here. There's this consolidation at around this price, and then this consolidation around this price. Let's actually go back to the chart. So we see that consolidation here, and then this consolidation here. So why did I take this short? So at this time, if we hit replay, let's actually look at the time of my entry. Will it show my entry, the actual time of my entry? I got in at 1924, which is, what is 1924? 7, because Monday was a short session. The chart was weird because there's no volume here because this was a half day. So we come in and we can see that, post close, there's all this consolidation, right? So we get to 1900, which is, around 7 p.m. and we have this shape here. We eventually get to this timing here. It's rejecting this zone. This is the 15-minute chart here. So we have this consolidation looking weak, comes down. We do a strong leg down and it starts pushing to here. So let's actually zoom out and also talk about the other factors that made me want to go short here. So we have this on this time frame. If we go to the 4-hour chart though, and let's look at the 4-hour chart at this time, we'll get rid of all of these things. Tuesday. So around this time on the 4-hour chart, you can see that coming out of Monday, right? So here's this little Monday session, really short. The chart looks really weak, right? So it comes up, 4-hour chart looks really weak, and then we break down, and we actually have this continuation of a breakdown coming into Tuesday. But Monday night here, you can see that we're putting in these top wicks and these candles. This is a little bit after my trade, right? But the price action is rounding over in general. And if we really zoom out on this chart, and we can see what we look like here, we're coming up over this peak. We just put in this long move up here, and we're rounding over on NQ. If we look at ES, we can go to ES on the higher time frames, go to the right contract. Let's go to the 4-hour. And you can see that we're rounding over here. So I was really looking at, the real chart to look at here was actually ES, and I know I started on NQ. I do this in every single video that I do, guys, but we had this weakness here. So look at this Monday session, really weak. These are 4-hour candles. So really weak. So we have this area right here. You can see that I already have a line here, and there's a lot of lines, but ignore those. So we have this price area right here, and we're coming back into it. So my thesis essentially is that we're going to trade back into this area. And if we look at the volume profile in the visible range, and let's just look at that on the higher time frames here. I know we're doing a lot of analysis, guys, but this is literally all the stuff that you look at when you're doing a swing trade. right? Overnight, you're going to be asleep. So let's look at the volume profile here, right? So this is the visible range volume profile. There's a huge amount of accumulation here in this node. We're right in this node. So we're either going to break up into this area, right? We're going to escape into here, or we're going to come back and do what we did, which is here, right? And this is a whole other trade. I actually had, from today, I had another really good short today. I did over 100 points today, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about this early one. Essentially coming back into this line is what I was looking for, right? Looking for a retest here before we had this confirmation. That's the short that I was looking for. And I really got that setup or this thesis from this higher time frame. So we go back to the shorter time frames. Chart's a little bit more messy. I know it's crazy, but this is what I trade with and it works. Go back to the 15 minute. We can see what it looks like, and we can go back to that time frame from this Monday, and we need to go back to NQ actually. We need to look at the 15 minute. We need to expand it. I'm going to clear these out. So let's get rid of some of these trend lines. So here is the short. Here's the trade that I took, and my exit was down at 420. So let's talk about the exit. We get in this price area, and then I get out at this price down here. Why at this price? Well, I had this level, which is here. This level was already here. So when we were coming into this trade, it looked like this. This is what the chart looked like at the time going into the short. And I'm looking for a price area, and I'm like, well, we have this little consolidation here, but I'm thinking it's going to be the chart looks weak and we need to come down. So I'm looking for a retest here. So I front ran the level a little bit. I put the price right here, or sorry, my take profit right here, and it hit perfectly. It was like a perfect short, guys. And that's the power of levels, based off of the volume profile and things like that. So that was that short. Great trade. Again, netted me, 75 points if I recall. And it's really that simple, guys. The other thing that I want to talk about is just position sizing in general and why you don't need to go crazy with position sizing. But we'll stop recording and we're going to fix my camera before we continue this video. All right, we're sticking to two cameras. That card is just out of space. So here's the deal, guys. Position sizing, you saw that I did $1,500 in that trade, and it was just with one contract. Very recently, Sol, who's in the Discord, he started trading on larger time frames. I actually started with the 15 minute, right? It was something I was harping on. I have a video called, why you should trade with the 15 minute actually on this channel, scalping for a long time. Trading on the larger time frames affords you a few things. You're making less decisions. This is something that we actually talked about today, right? When you're trading on the 3 minute chart, you're literally making a decision and doing analysis every 3 minutes. When you're trading on the 15 minute chart, you're only making a decision and doing analysis every 15 minutes. So you're making fewer decisions, you're trading slower, you're trading less because you're making less decisions, and your trades are bigger by definition. 15 minute candle might be 30 points. So if you're getting in and out of a trade and you're measuring based off of the candles, well, your trade's going to be at least 30 points. Conversely, if you're trading on the 3 or the 5 minute, right, the candles might be 5 points, 8 points, 15 points, right? And so if you're trading and you're measuring off of those time frames, your trades are going to be smaller, quicker hits. Your stops are going to be tighter. So it's just something to think about. Ultimately, there's a million trading styles and you can do whatever you want. I'm a huge advocate of following people that are profitable and doing what works. You have to come up with your own system at the end of the day and understand your risk tolerance. But in general, there are a few really good rules. The first is that you don't want to trade really big. And if you try to scalp with a ton of leverage, you're likely going to burn your portfolio up. There's so much evidence and so many people who have done this, and you're likely not different. So if you're doing that and you're going, no, I'm going to trade, 5 contracts for 10 points or whatever and try to make it quick, you can make $1,000 that way. All power to you. But I guarantee you that the next trade that you do with 5 contracts, right, it goes against you, get stopped out after 4 points. You just chopped up $400 just like that. It's nothing. So this is just something to think about, right? Position sizing is so critical. Going for bigger hits, highly recommend it. Check out the next video after this one because we're going to review the next overnight swing that I did, which was another 4-figure trade, another great one with another perfect exit. We'll talk about what I did right and what I did wrong. Again, if you are new here, definitely join us in the Discord, guys. My name is Forrest. I invest in stuff. I want to help you learn to trade too, for whatever the reason. If you want to make $1 million, if you just want to make 5,000, all valid reasons to start trading, but we can do it together. Anyways, see you in the next one.